Hey guys, so really quickly before this video actually begins, I just want to point something out. So it turns out that Bengal and I both chose the Jaguars as our franchise team. And I'm kind of conflicted as to whether I want to change my team or just still rock with the Jaguars. The issue with keeping the Jaguars is I don't want to have like conflicting content with Bengal. I just don't think as a viewer it would be too enjoyable, especially if you watch both of our videos, just to watch two people do the same franchise. So right after I am done posting this video, I'm gonna go ahead and create a poll on YouTube, pretty much just asking if you guys think I should keep the Jaguars or change my team. If you'd like to participate in that poll, you can pause the video right now, go ahead, it'll take a couple seconds, you just gotta say yes or no, I guess, something like that, I don't know. But that's pretty much the dilemma I'm facing right now. I don't know. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Welcome back to another Madden 21 video. Today, it is going to be my first fantasy style rebuild of the year. I'm going to start off this season by rebuilding the Washington football team. I think this team is going to be very fun to rebuild. They have a lot of really good young players on the roster. I think it should be an enjoyable one. But if you guys end up enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, and if you're looking forward to some more Madden 21 franchise content, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. But now let's go ahead and go over the roster. So first off, this is going to be entirely fantasy style. And what that means is that it's not supposed to be realistic in the slightest. I'm going to be making some trades. I'm going to be getting some more first round draft picks, most likely. I'm going to be upgrading the team by getting some different players and whatnot. Just wanted to point that out. This is completely fantasy style, not supposed to be realistic in the slightest. But the quarterback is Dwayne Haskins. 70 overall, 23 years old, was a rookie this past season. I'm going to try to use him for as long as I possibly can. I think he can develop pretty well for us. He normally did fairly well in Madden 20, so we're going to see how he does here. Darius Geis is the running back, and I'm pretty certain he was cut in real life. Let me make sure before I release him in the game. Yeah, so according to a couple different articles, it seems like Darius Geis was released. So I'm going to go ahead and release him now. We're going to move on from Darius Geis, get a different running back in the future. But we do have Adrian Peterson, one of the best running backs of all time, 35 years old. He's still pretty solid, honestly. 78 overall is not bad for, you know, him being that old. The number one receiver is going to be Scary Terry McLaurin, who has an experience point. I'm just going to use that really quickly. He's going to be an 83 overall, and that is incredibly loud. Okay. Well, anyway, Scary Terry is an 83 overall. Had a really good rookie season. He has such good stats here in this game. Honestly, I don't know how he's an 83. 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 86 catching, 85 short, 85 medium, 87 deep. These stats look like he should be an 86. Just based on those, but he's a very good player. He should develop really well for us here. I'm kind of looking to get some new receivers on this team. I'm not sure how difficult it is to trade for some receivers, but they do have Antonio Gandy Golden, who they just drafted, 6'4". Maybe we can get him a bit involved. 69 overall for him. They have Steven Sims, who has star development, 23 years old. So they have some young guys here who certainly are not bad. The offensive line is not great. We can definitely get some different players here via trade, hopefully. I don't know how easy it is to trade for offensive linemen. I'm not sure if it's as easy as it has been in the past. But Brandon Sheriff is definitely their best offensive lineman, 87 overall, superstar development. We certainly need a new tight end. That's definitely something that has to happen. But on the defense, honestly, the main reason I'm starting with this team, Chase Young, starting at right end. He looked like the best player in this most recent class. He is incredibly good. 85 speed, 91 acceleration, 86 strength. I'm sure he has a great development trait as well, but as of now, it is hidden. Montez Sweat actually has star. I did not expect him to have star development. That's really nice. 91 speed, 93 acceleration. We can certainly build with him. I think I'm going to keep Ryan Kerrigan for a season, and then maybe start Montez Sweat after that, because Ryan Kerrigan is still incredibly good. Matthew Ioannidis, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen are the defensive tackles. These guys are all really good. But since this team is now in a 4-3, at least that's what it's displayed as here, we don't need all three of these players. So I think Jonathan Allen might be on the move. I like Jonathan Allen, definitely think he's a good player, but I'd rather have Matthew Ioannidis and Deron Payne right now. We could use some new linebackers on this team. Reuben Foster at middle, 26 years old, isn't too bad. I'm going to try to trade for some other linebackers. This is going to be quite the test of a rebuild, because I'm going to do my best to trade for a bunch of different positions, just to get an understanding how trading works this year. But Landon Collins is the strong safety. I guess Kendall Fuller is the free safety. I didn't know he moved up to safety. I figured he was still the nickel back on this team, but maybe he could still play that at free safety as well. I don't exactly know. I wouldn't mind moving him back down to corner, to be honest. I honestly think this team needs corner more than safety at the moment. because we can have Troy Apke play free. I can maybe even trade for a free safety. We'll see how this goes via trades and whatnot. But Ronald Darby is the number 1 corner as of right now. Fabian Moreau there at the number 2. Aaron Colvin, I guess, is the number 3. But let's go ahead and get into some trades. I definitely want to at least trade for some draft picks. I'm really excited to hop into my first rebuild of the season. I'm really excited to draft. That's my favorite thing about doing rebuilds. So let's go through, clear up some cap. Alex Smith has a $21 million cap hit. Any team interested in him? That's going to be interesting to see. Okay, so there are no teams interested in him. I don't know if I'll release him. This team still has a lot of cap room, even with Alex Smith. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do my best, trade some players, and then I'll let you know what the first trade is going to be. Okay, so it still seems very easy to get first-round draft picks. That's interesting to see. Morgan Moses, Caleb Brantley, and Trey Quinn are going to the Broncos for their first-round draft pick. Okay, so we're making a huge trade here. Jonathan Allen, John Bostic, and a second-round draft pick are going to the Browns for Nick Chubb. He's going to be such a beast on this team. I can't wait to see what he can do. It also turns out that Ali Marpet is still incredibly easy to get. I'm not even really giving away all that much. 274 overall players and a 64 to get Marpet. Now, I don't think this draft pick is going to be good, because I do think the Buccaneers are going to play well this season, but I'm really not giving away all that much in order to get this pick in the first place. J.D. McKissick, Schweitzer, and Anderson will get me the Buccaneers first rounder. We're getting a new tight end here. We are getting T.J. Hawkinson in exchange for Kevin Pierre-Louis, Thomas Davis, and Aaron Colvin. I was going to try to make a couple more trades, but I think I'm actually pretty comfortable with where the team is at right now. The team is a 77 overall, 77 offense, 79 defense. I definitely think the offense got a bit better. We have Nick Chubb now on the team, who's a beast, superstar X Factor. We have Ali Marpet at left guard. We really only need tackles at the moment. I'm still looking to get a new receiver and potentially a new quarterback at some point. I do think Dwayne Haskins will play well, but in the chance he does not, I would definitely not be opposed to drafting a new quarterback. I don't want to try to trade for one. But receiver and tackle are the main issues on the offense here. And then defensively, I still can use some linebackers. I can use some corners. I decided not to move Fuller down. I want to see what the cornerbacks are looking like in this class first, because if I can find a couple good corners, I'm good with keeping Fuller at free safety. But I do think this team's going to develop fairly well after this first season. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but let's see what happens. All right, so here at week 9, let's check out how the team is playing. We are actually 5-2. I don't really understand that one, but okay. 4-4 for the Giants and the Eagles, 3-5 for the Cowboys. Incredibly interesting start to the season. I really thought this team was going to win about 4 games. But okay, anyway, Terry McLaurin is up to an 85 overall, looking like he's having a good season. Nick Chubb's up to a 93, Dwayne Haskins up to a 72, but then Chase Young is an X Factor. That is something. Okay, well, he is going to be a god for us. That's so cool that he has Superstar X Factor. Hopefully we can draft a couple X Factors to pair with him. Also, my dog's barking outside. Definitely apologize if you can hear her going crazy. But the rest of the team is looking pretty solid as well. I really did not expect this team to play that well right off the rip. I really thought I was going to have to take a little bit of time rebuilding this one. Anyway, though, Brandon Sheriff I do want back on the team. Ryan Kerrigan I'm not going to bring back, just because we do have a replacement in Montez Sweat. Ronald Darby I'll probably give a contract to. Reuben Foster is at least a good backup middle linebacker, and we should have the money to get that done. I think a lot of these other players I can live without, like Fabian Moreau, Chase Roulier. I think I can go without those guys pretty easily. But Brandon Sheriff, let's bring him back to the team. You probably still have to boost this up pretty high. He's coming back to the team. Good to see that for another 3 seasons. I'll take that. Ronald Darby also wants a 3-year contract. Not incredibly expensive either, so I'll take this. He's coming back to the team. Okay, good to see that. Reuben Foster, I'll try to give a contract to as well, just to see if he wants that base contract. He wants the salary to be improved. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that, and then we can see if we can get him back next week. Okay, Reuben Foster is now coming back to the team. Okay, did we make the playoffs this first season? I think it's going to be really close. We did not make the playoffs. We finished 7-9, 9-6-1 for the Giants, 7-8-1 for the Cowboys, 6-9-1 for the Eagles. Let's check out how Dwayne Haskins played. 3,952 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Not a terrible year for him by any means, but if he doesn't really take a big step up in these next couple seasons, I might have to go get a new quarterback. Nick Chubb, 4.7 yards per carry, 7 rushing touchdowns, 987 yards. Not too bad. I just feel like we should give him the ball a little bit more than this. Terry McLaurin had a great season, 1,279 yards, 13 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns for Hawkinson. Steven Sims, 813 yards. Okay. The left tackle was awful. Ali Marpet wasn't too good, but the rest of the offensive line, I guess, wasn't all that bad. 136 tackles for Reuben Foster with 6 interceptions and 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Okay. That should be a development trade upgrade, but we'll have to see. We have 15 tackles for loss for the rookie Chase Young, 15 for Matthew Ioannidis, 13.5 sacks for Ryan Kerrigan, 7.5 for Chase Young, 6 picks for Reuben Foster, we already saw that, but 3 for Kendall Fuller, 2 for Sean Dion Hamilton, Cole Holcomb, and Jimmy Moreland, and then 1 for Fabian Moreau. We have a touchdown, and we have a safety, but no blocked kicks. In terms of yardage, we are 25th in the NFL on offense. And then defensively, we are 17th. Okay, so the defense isn't as bad as I thought they were going to do. The offense was about as bad as I expected. I doubt we're going to have anybody here for MVP. Let's check out NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Rodgers is going to go ahead and win that one. Dwayne Haskins at number 9, though. Okay, that's something. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack, but Reuben Foster at number 3. Ryan Kerrigan at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to DeAndre Swift. Antonio Gandy-Golden, though, at number 4. Antonio Gibson at number 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year does not go to Chase Young. He's at number 3. All right, so we got pretty close with a couple awards. Sadly, we cannot win anything, but this team is still young, and they had a pretty decent first season. I think they're going to develop pretty well going into this next season here. I think we can make some pretty good upgrades. So it still seems like the Browns are incredibly overpowered in simulation. Let's advance to the offseason, though. See who wins the Super Bowl. It's going to the Packers, 28-20. Let me just go through these players again, just in case there's anyone else here who I'd like to bring back. Ryan Kerrigan, I don't want to bring back to the team. He did just have a really good season, but regression is still pretty strong, it seems, there. So I'd rather just move on from him. We also have a backup who is definitely capable of starting in Montez Sweat. But let's check out development trade upgrades. See who went up in development on the offense. Terry McLaurin, potentially. He did not go up in development, but he is up to an 87. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure if development traits are upgraded like the same way they were last year, but he still looks like a much better player than he was, which is really nice to see. So he made the Pro Bowl, but no development trait upgrade. It's whatever. He's still an 87 overall. I'll take it. On the defensive side then, let's see if anybody is up in development trait. I think Cole Holcomb actually went up, so did Reuben Foster and Sean Dion Hamilton. That's amazing. All of the linebackers are up in development trait. No one else, though, is up, which is okay. We still have a really good core roster to this team. I definitely think we can make it into the playoffs this next season. But let's go into the offseason. Let's see who's going to be here. I'm looking to spend some money. We have $37 million, $37.9 to spend. The top free agent is Aaron Jones. Alvin Kamara is available. Richard Sherman. Interesting look at free agency. Marcus Williams is here, and I think I'm going to give him a contract. Then we can move Kendall Fuller back down to cornerback. I definitely think that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's give Marcus Williams a pretty good contract here. 102 total points. I think I'm going to improve that a little bit more. Just get a more comfortable lead over the Dolphins. 104. I'm good with that. Let's check out receiver. There are some good looking receivers in this draft class for sure. And I think I'm just going to go that route. I don't think I'm going to snag any of these guys. I can certainly use some tackle help. I wouldn't mind going after one of these guys for one season, like Villanueva or something. I might give a contract to Russell Okung and then a right tackle as well. Just a really small contract to both of these guys, just in case I'm not able to draft any tackles. So Marcus Gilbert, I think I'll go after as well, just so we have capable starters. But I'm still going to try to draft some tackles for sure. Okay, let's advance to the next week. Were we able to get Marcus Williams? We were not. I even upped his contract even more. I gave him 106 total points and he did not accept. That's actually really frustrating. Okay, well, let's go back into free agency, see if we can land another free safety. Of course, I'll look at the draft as well in case I can find someone there. But I do want to move Kendall Fuller back down to cornerback. So maybe Xavier Woods I can go after. He's looking like the best option as of now, so I'll give him a contract. We ended up getting Garrett Bowles and Marcus Gilbert. I was not able to get Russell Okung because there are a bunch of teams actually going after him after that first week. So Garrett Bowles isn't that bad. I, of course, still want to get some different players, though. We also got Xavier Woods on the team, so we can move Kendall Fuller back down to cornerback. All right, so here we are in the draft. This is the first time I have drafted on this game. I'm really excited to get into this one, but let's simulate straight to our pick. I don't want to trade up for anybody at the moment. There was one good-looking corner in the early part of the draft, and there he is right there, Davion Foster. Looks like a good player. But I think I'm going to be targeting a middle linebacker. I'm interested in this quarterback, 4.51 speed. That's actually insane. I'm interested in him, but I don't think I'm going to take him. Instead, I think I'm going to go with Logan Osborne. Early first-round talent, mid-first-round projection, really fast, 4.43 speed. That's actually second. That's crazy. But Reuben Foster just had a great season. I think Logan Osborne can have just as good of a season, so welcome to the team. 75 overall, but he only has normal development. A bit of a bust of a draft pick, but he does have 91 speed. So that is something. He's probably still going to start for us, but that was not the best draft pick I could have made. Definitely not. And now at pick number 10, I'm going to take a receiver if he is still available. This one receiver looks really good. He's incredibly fast, so I'm excited. No, the receiver was actually selected. That's kind of upsetting, but it's okay. We can still take this guy who has 4.37 speed. I think he's going to be just as good, honestly. I'll make sure to check out that other guy as well. But Dwayne Baskett, welcome to the team. 75 with normal. Okay, so maybe hidden development is much more rare now. But 94 speed, 91 acceleration, 84 catching. He is still a really good receiving option, and I think he is going to be the slot receiver for us for this next season because Scary Terry just had a really good season out of that position, and I expect that guy to do just as well. Now at pick number 14, let's see who I want to take. I might have to trade up at some point in this draft, but we'll have to see for sure. I think with this pick, I'm going to go with Sean Goodwin. He's probably going to be our new free safety. I know I just signed Xavier Woods, but I can use him as trade bait most likely if this guy looks pretty decent. He's probably going to have normal just based on how this draft has been going, but welcome to the team, my friend. 74 with normal. It definitely seems like hidden is way more rare, which I'm kind of a fan of. I like that a little bit because it was way too easy to draft last year. So finding a guy with hidden is actually difficult to do. I'm perfectly fine with that. Now I do think I'd have to trade up into the second round though, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm trading up here with the Bears, moving up to pick number 34, giving away Martin and Love along with our second third round draft pick. With this pick though, I'm going to be selecting a center who actually looks really talented, but once again, he's probably gonna have normal development, which I'm okay with. Offensive lineman development isn't incredibly important, at least it hasn't been in the past. But let's go ahead and take this guy if he's still available. Hold on, this quarterback is actually still here. That's insane. I'm going to give Dwayne Haskins another season, but it's still crazy if that guy is available still. But Quinn Bayer, I think, is going to be the selection. Early first-round talent for him. It's either him or Robbie Skull, but Bayer looks a lot better. So welcome to the team. 76 with normal. He's ranked number 4, though, in this class. So that's pretty nice. 86 strength, 85 run block, 81 pass, 82 run block power. Definitely a good-looking center. He is going to be the franchise center for this team. Now, all the way in the third round, we pick again. I'm not really expecting all that much from this draft pick, but let's just check out if anybody is still on my draft board. I have a couple guys still here, and this guy skipped the combine, so why not select him? 68 overall, normal development trait. Not a bad player at all. I don't really think he's going to play all that much, though, but still, I'd take him again. I'm definitely going to have to get used to this because drafting seems far more difficult, but I'm good with the challenge. To be honest, I don't really mind this. I'm going to go ahead and take this middle linebacker. This is going to be a reach, but he's still not a bad player. 65 with normal. I will take it. I'm definitely going to be looking at this class just to see how many hidden development guys there are, unless I just got incredibly unlucky for my first ever draft this year. But let's go ahead and check it out. At least for overalls, I don't think we did too badly. But once again, development traits are what you look for in drafts. They're way more important than overalls. But we did draft all over 60s, which is pretty cool. The computer did well at the end. We got a 67 normal development for him, and then a 69 normal development. Not a bad looking receiver at all. 95 speed for that player. Okay. Well, anyway, let's check out the rest of the NFL here. There was an 80 overall Tyler Miller. Hidden development trait for this player. This guy is going to be a beast. I did not need a defensive lineman, though. So I wasn't even looking at this guy. He does have superstar, so he's going to be a stud and a half for that Jets team. He went first overall as well. But let's see who else is good in this class. The next best player is a 76. Okay, so technically we do have the second best player. It's tied here. Let's check out Foster. He only has normal development as well. Compton has normal development. Okay, so hidden is far more rare this season. Normal development for this player. Luke Graham, normal development. Couple wide receivers. Gilbert Blake, I think, is the guy I wanted to take. 96 speed on this player, but again, normal development. Our receiver we selected is not much worse at all. They're about the same. Okay, so this was a really interesting draft. It's interesting to see how different the drafts are from last year. But let's check out, I guess, the rest of these guys normal. Anybody else with hidden? Here's one more player with hidden. Cole Carroll, a tight end. He has superstar as well. Okay, so it seems like if you get a guy with hidden, seems like a pretty decent chance at getting at least superstar. But okay, just based on what the rest of the draft looked like, I definitely don't think we did badly. I also just noticed my face cam was to the bottom left during that portion. I'm sorry about that, but let me get the team all in order, and I'll let you know what it looks like. Okay, so really quickly, I'm making one trade. Xavier Woods, Alex Smith, and a third-round draft pick are going to the Jags for Brandon Linder. I know I just signed Xavier Woods, but we did draft at free safety, so I don't really need Woods on the team anymore. And Brandon Linder's gonna play somewhere. I don't know exactly where yet. I think I might move Ali Marpet to tackle. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's move him to left tackle. And then this is going to be the team heading into this next season. Now, I definitely think we made a lot of strong upgrades to this offensive side. Marpet at left tackle alone is a massive upgrade to this team. Marcus Gilbert at right tackle is also a pretty big upgrade compared to who we had last year. So Baskett's going to be the number 2 receiver and the slot. I'll make sure that happens. And then Dwayne Haskins is up to a 74. Nick Chubb's up to a 94. Hopefully that combination can do better than they did last year. Chase Young and Montez Sweat are going to be the edge rushers, and then Matt Ioannidis, Deron Payne still the defensive tackles. Osborne is definitely going to be starting at middle linebacker. Then Reuben Foster slid out to left. Cole Holcomb is going to be starting at right. We have a new free safety in Goodwin. Kendall Fuller slid down to cornerback, and then the rest of the defense here is essentially the same. But I definitely think this team is better than the team was last year, so hopefully we can at least go over 500. We are now here at week 9. The record is 3-3-1. Okay, so still not awful. 7-0 though for the Cowboys, 5-3 for the Giants, 3-4 for the Eagles. This team is an 85 overall, 88 offense, 83 defense. Certainly not bad. I'm also rocking with the Titans offensive playbook and the Browns defensive playbook, trying to use the same schemes that worked last year. If this doesn't work here once again, maybe I will change it to something else. But anyway, the offense is still looking pretty good. Dwayne Haskins up to a 77, Terry McLaurin's up to an 88. Baskett's a 78, Bears a 79, definitely not bad there. On the defensive side then, the free safety's up to a 76, middle linebacker's up to a 77. Okay, so the team doesn't seem like they're doing all that badly. Hopefully we can have a strong second half of the season. Nick Chubb needs to come back to the team, and he's very important. Running backs are really important in Madden, at least for the most part, so I definitely want him back. This is not going to be a big free agency period whatsoever for us. Steven Sims wouldn't be bad to bring back either, but Nick Chubb and Sims are the only 2 players I really want right now. Nick Chubb is coming back to the team for another 5 seasons, and then Steven Sims, let's just see if he wants this base contract. He does. He's coming back to the team as well. Okay, so sadly, once again, we are not in the playoffs, but we did go 7-8-1, 7-9 for the Eagles, 8-8 for the Giants, 13-3 for the Cowboys. So we do have to change something here on the offense, I think. Dwayne Haskins actually had a really good season in terms of yards and touchdowns, but his interceptions are a bit too high. 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns. I do really like those numbers, though. Nick Chubb was really solid, 5.2 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns. Okay, so maybe the offensive scheme still works pretty well. Dwayne Baskett had an incredible season. 97 for 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns for him. Terry McLaurin, almost 1,000 yards. TJ Hawkinson, almost 1,000 yards. 9 touchdowns for Hawkinson as well. The offensive line was far better than they were last season. Okay, so the offense seems really good. Maybe we're just not that good defensively? I don't know. Kendall Fuller, 106 tackles, leads the team in that department there. 9 tackles for loss for Logan Osborne. 7.5 sacks for Chase Young is going to lead the team. We have 3 picks for Osborne and Kendall Fuller, 1 for Reuben Foster, Landon Collins, Sean Goodwin, and Nick Nelson. I might try out a new defensive playbook after the season. I feel like we should get more pressure out of Chase Young. But no touchdowns, no safeties, but we do have 3 blocked kicks. We were 4th in the NFL on offense, so I really don't think the offense was the issue here. 15th on defense, that's not even really all that bad either, but Matt Ryan's going to win MVP of the 6-10 Falcons. Okay, that is certainly interesting. Nobody here from our team. It's whatever, though. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Matt Ryan. We do have Dwayne Haskins, though, at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Nobody here from the football team. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Grayson Anthony. Dwayne Baskett, though, at number 2. It would have been huge if he could have won that one. Quincy Baker at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the middle linebacker. Love to see that. Sean Goodwin, the safety, at number 7. Okay, well, hopefully we can have some development trade upgrades this year. But let's go straight to the Super Bowl. Actually, I'm going to spend my coach experience first. And then I'll go to the Super Bowl. I'll let you know who's in it. All right, so the Browns are in another Super Bowl. They have to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go ahead and see who wins this one. It's going to the Browns, 28-17. Now let's check out development trade upgrades. Show me the receiver going up to star, please. He did go up to star. Awesome. He has 2 more experience points as well, so he's going to be about an 84 overall star development. This receiving core is looking pretty solid at the moment. Okay, I would really like the offensive lineman to be able to go up in development trade. I don't know if that's a thing yet, though. Defensively, Reuben Foster is up to superstar development. The middle linebacker is up to star as well. Okay, so those are some really solid upgrades to have. I definitely think this team is finally trending upwards. I mean, they have been, I think, since the beginning. I don't know why I worded it like that, but I think this team can definitely break out this next season. But let's go ahead, enter free agency. I don't think we're going to have to bring anybody back. Let's see if we can spend some money, though, bring in some studs. We do have $41.97 million to spend. And the top free agent is, once again, Aaron Jones. But Fred Warner is here. I have to go after Fred Warner. So is Leighton Vander Esch. I don't really think I need him as much as I need Fred Warner. Orlando Brown is going to be massive on this team as well. Michael Gallup could help. Okay, this free agency period is quite stacked. Let me go ahead and go after a few of these guys. I'll let you know who we are able to get. Okay, this is a really big free agency period for us. Please tell me we got the players we went after. We got Fred Warner. That is a massive start. We did not get Orlando Brown. Getting free agents definitely seems more difficult this year as well. I gave both of those guys a lot of money. It's really upsetting that Orlando Brown did not accept, but let's see if we can get any other tackle, and we really cannot. Okay, so I'm going to have to try to trade for one after this season or something, because I need somebody to play tackle. I could go after one of the Pouncey brothers just to have somebody to play tackle. I'll probably go that route. If anything, maybe he can be trade bait for us. I might sign a couple other free agents just as trade bait because we don't have too much of that on this team. We got Michael Gallup on the team though. Okay, we also got a Pouncey brother. We got Mike Pouncey. So at least we have somebody who can play tackle. I went after a few other players as well. I gave them really small contracts, but that Michael Gallup contract was actually really small as well. That's really good value for that. Okay, so we are loading into the second draft of the video, and I think I'm definitely going to have to trade up. I really want this one cornerback. He looks like a really solid player. Let me just show you guys who I am looking at. It's going to be Sergio Blackstock. Early first round talent, mid first round projection. This guy looks pretty solid as well. He's very fast, and he's also 6'3". He'd be really fun to use her. But I definitely want Sergio on the team. I think I'm just going to go one by one until that other corner goes, and I'll try to trade up to then. So the Dolphins are going to go with a left tackle. He's a 71 overall. Okay, the Broncos are going to go ahead and take another left tackle. The Jets are going to take a left guard. Not a good start to the draft at all. A left end, a 75 overall, goes to the Vikings. Luke Warwick, an 81 running back, is off the board. That guy looks really talented. A left end is going to go out of Tulane. I don't think the Saints would really go corner. I might just trade up with one of these next few teams. I'm just going to do that. A quarterback was just selected. Interesting to see. I'm going to trade up with the Bears. Okay, so we're trading up here with the Bears. Cole Holcomb, a second-round draft pick, and Emmanuel Hall will get it done. So Cole Holcomb isn't that bad at all. He's still pretty young and has star development, but there's just no room for him really on the starting lineup, so I don't mind trading him. But let's go ahead and take a cornerback with this pick. He'll most likely have normal development, but you never know. Maybe we can get some hidden guy. Sergio Blackstock, welcome to the team. 77 with hidden, finally. I got a hidden development trait player. Now, if that walkout animation means anything, that means he has Superstar X Factor. I don't know if it means anything, though. We're going to have to see. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 86 agility. Of course, that walkout animation glitch was a thing early on in Madden 20. It'll be cool just to see if it's still a glitch at the moment now. But I picked number 15. I don't know who to go with. Let's see who's available still. I would like some kind of offensive lineman, if possible, but there are not really any good tackles. A couple of guys in the second who look decent. This left guard looks pretty good, I guess. Late first-round talent. These right guards look pretty good. Late first-round talent for him. Late first-round talent for that player as well, and then there's no good tackles. So I think I'm just going to go with one of these guards. Let's just see who is the strongest. 31 bench press reps for Andrews. 28 for Wembley. 38 for Lindley. So we're going to go with this guy. 73 overall, normal development trait. Not a bad player at all. 90 strength is quite good. His blocking stats aren't amazing, but really good lead block. So he's definitely not a bad player. Our next pick isn't until the 4th round, but that's okay. I don't really think I need anything else on this team, to be completely honest. We have 2 more players on the draft board. I'm going to go with Devon Donald. 69 overall, quite nice. If only he was ranked number 69 too. Ranked number 66. Normal development for him. 91 speed, 89 acceleration. Definitely a good player to have on special teams. And then with this next selection, I will be taking, I think it was a left tackle, if he's still available. He's probably going to be like a 62 overall, though. But still, I'll take him on the team. As some offensive lineman depth, you can never have too much of that. Chip Miller, welcome to the team. 64 overall, normal development trait. All right, so it seems like the lowest overall players, like the players projected to go in the 7th round in these classes, are a little bit higher overall than they were last year. Because I feel like there were some players projected to go in the 7th who ended up being like 50-something overalls. Like, it was pretty rare that you'd get an entire draft of players over a 60. And I did that in the first draft by just simulating like half of it, you know? It was pretty rare that the computer would draft that well. But let me move my face cam over. And just like that, I'm on the bottom right now. But we have a pretty good looking receiver here as well. 68 overall for him. And then another 61 overall player. Okay, let's check out the rest of this draft class. I definitely want to see that running back. He looks really solid. He has 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 92 agility. hidden development trait, and he has superstar. So all of the hidden development trait players I've seen so far have had superstar. So it's looking good then for our cornerback. Damar Sherman, pretty good looking defensive tackle, but yet again another normal. Of course, our cornerback with hidden development trait. See if I can find anybody else here with hidden. Normal development for that defensive tackle. A good looking running back really late. Normal development for him. Hidden development left end. I found one. This guy went pretty early as well. Definitely does not seem like a bad draft pick, just considering that development trait. He has superstar X factor. Okay, so the worst development trait I've seen from a hidden guy is superstar. That's something. That's definitely something. Hopefully our corner has at least superstar then. But let's go ahead and advance. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I'll just let you know what the team looks like after I fix everything. Okay, so the team actually looks really good heading into this next season. We have an 89 overall roster, 91 offense, 87 defense. So it's certainly looking really nice at the moment. We have a really good looking wide receiver core. Terry McLaurin, Michael Gallup, and Baskett are all very good. Nick Chubb is up to a 96. Dwayne Haskins is a 79. The offensive line got a bit better. We added Lindley. We're going to have him play right tackle. I could have Pouncey play over there. Wouldn't be a bad option, but I'm going to let the rookie play. TJ Hawkinson is still the tight end, and then on the defensive side, Fred Warner is now the new middle linebacker. We have Blackstock on the team, who hopefully has superstar development. That would be huge for us. And we have a bunch of other really talented young players on this team. I definitely expect this team to do a lot better than it has been doing. Okay, so what is the team looking like here at week 9? We are 5-2. Okay, I'm pretty certain that's what we were at the midseason mark the first season, so hopefully it doesn't go as poorly as that one did. But 4-3 for the Eagles, 4-4 for the Cowboys, 3-4 for the Giants. These next 2 weeks are going to be incredibly important for us. But this team's up to a 90. The team's progressing incredibly well. 92 offense, I believe that said, and 88 defense. This offense is looking insane. Hopefully these guys are all doing well too. Defensively, then this cornerback has star. Are you kidding me? The first hidden development player I've seen with star is this guy. That's very sad. Every other player I checked had at least superstar. It's okay. He's still a pretty good looking player. But the team is still in a pretty good spot in my opinion. Hopefully they can play well the second half of this season. But Terry McLaurin needs to come back to the team. One of the better players on this offense for sure. Brandon Linder I'd like to bring back. Matthew Ioannidis, Daron Payne, TJ Hawkinson. A lot of these players I would like back. Dwayne Haskins as well. Okay. This is going to be quite a big free agency period. But hopefully we can get these guys all back. Terry McLaurin is coming back to the team. Good to see that. Brandon Linder is probably the least important at the moment, even though he is very good. I think I can replace him probably the easiest out of all these guys. Matthew Ioannidis does not want to come back just yet. That's a bit annoying, but okay. Daron Payne, I'm going to try to give all these guys the base contract, just to save a little bit of money if I can. Daron Payne's coming back to the team. TJ Hawkinson has been very good. I'd like him back for the long term. He does not want to come back just yet. Montez Sweat is up next. Montez Sweat's coming back to the team. Now the big one, Dwayne Haskins. I'm going to wait until the end of the season, I think, for him. I don't know if I want to commit to him just yet. If he has a really bad second half of the season, I don't think I want to commit to Dwayne Haskins. Let's just wait until the end of the year on him. TJ Hawkinson is coming back to the team. Matthew Ioannidis declined once again. Let's see if we can get him next week. Matthew Ioannidis is finally coming back to the team for another 2 years. And honestly, I know I said I was going to wait, but I think I'm going to try to give Dwayne Haskins this contract. He wants to take in a better salary. Can't even give him that contract if I wanted to. Okay, so the team is actually playing really well. We're on quite the win streak. So I do think I'm going to try to give him another contract. He just wants a better salary. Let's bump this up to 14. See if he wants that. He does not want that just yet. Okay, well, we'll bump it up again next week. So he just is not interested in signing, apparently. That's fun. Okay, well, I'll try to franchise tag him at the end of the season, I guess. So we made the playoffs, but we actually got a wild card going 12-4. Really interesting. 9-7 for the Cowboys, 6-10 for the Eagles and the Giants. How did Dwayne Haskins do this season? 4,471 yards, 44 touchdowns, 13 picks. I definitely need to bring him back to the team. He was really good this season. Nick Chubb was also very good. 5.5 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns, almost 1,300 yards. Receiving-wise, Terry McLaurin over 1,100 yards, but Baskett gets over 1,000 with 16 touchdowns. TJ Hawkinson gets 922 with 11 touchdowns. This offense was insanely good. The offensive line was also good. Okay, so every single aspect of that offense was insane. 115 tackles for Fred Warner, 13 tackles for loss for Ioannidis, 10 for Chase Young. We have 11 sacks for Ioannidis, 10 for Chase Young, 8 for Montez Sweat. We have 4 picks for Fred Warner and Jimmy Moreland. He didn't even play all that much. That's crazy. 3 picks for Sergio Blackstock and Kendall Fuller. Then we have 2 for Reuben Foster and Ronald Darby. We have 1 touchdown. We have 3 safeties and a blocked kick. Okay, definitely not bad. We were 2nd in the NFL on offense this season. Hard to believe that was not 1st, actually. And then 6th on defense. This team was nuts. Dwayne Haskins at number 2 for MVP. Love to see him up there. He was the Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. That's awesome to see as well. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack, but Fred Warner at number 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Hugh Watkins. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Brandon Baker. But there's the cornerback there at number 3. So this rebuild has been pretty fun so far. Let's just see how the team is going to do in the playoffs. We have a 92 overall team. It might even go up a little bit more. 3 players were able to be upgraded. We also have 7,000 coach experience. I've been spending it throughout the year as well. So let's go ahead and spend this really quickly, probably on the quarterback upgrade and then the defensive back upgrade. And let's see if we can take down the Dallas Cowboys. They are 9-7. Let's check out their overall though. 87. We have a 92 overall team. We can totally win this game. Come on. Let me win a playoff game the first time I make it. Let's go straight to the divisional round. Are we in this game? We are. 34-18. We're going to take down the Cowboys. Now we have to go up against the Falcons. 81 overall for them. Let's go ahead and simulate, though. Please tell me we can make it to the conference championship. This would be huge. We did not make it to the conference championship. 26-20. We're going to lose against the Falcons. Let's go to the Super Bowl. I'll go one more season. The Falcons and the Patriots. It's a Super Bowl rematch for Super Bowl 56 here. I'm going to advance by, and the Falcons are going to get revenge. 34-24. Let's see if I want to bring anyone back here. So, of course, Dwayne Haskins, I do kind of want to franchise tag because he's been very good. This might put us under in cap, but I don't really care. I'm going to franchise tag him. We definitely need a new center then. I can probably draft one because we should probably be negative in cap right now. Negative $28 million. You got to love how that works. If he would have just accepted the contract throughout the season, maybe we wouldn't resort to this. But he did go up in development trade. I did notice that. Let me go ahead and check out the rest of the team, though. I'm sorry if you guys don't like the fact that I just put this team completely under, but it's probably worth it for this next season. Receiver seems really difficult to develop. Not overall-wise, development trait-wise, though, because Terry McLaurin and Baskett both did not go up in development trait. It's okay, though. Like I mentioned, we do need a new starting center, but I think I can draft one pretty easily. On the defensive side, we have Osborne up to superstar. He was a really good draft pick then. The cornerback is not up, but that's fine. No one else is as well, I don't think. But let's go ahead and hop into free agency. I can't sign anybody, but let's just see who is available with our negative $28 million. I love this. A.J. Brown is the top free agent. He would have been a fun player to go after. But let's go straight to the draft, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we have the 27th overall pick here in the draft. Let me take a quick look at the draft board just to see if I'd like to trade up. I'm not going to bother trading up. And if I don't get a good offensive lineman, maybe I can just trade for one. They're not too hard to get, it seems, this year still. But here at pick number 27, I'm just going to take the best offensive lineman available. I'm going to look at tackle first. And they are both selected. That's fine. That left guard also was selected. So there's nobody here who I know anything about. The scout was so good this season. He scouted everyone. He did such a poor job. How did you not, like, what? Where did you put all the scouting points? I'm going to go after the only first-round talent player who I have scouted in Joey Wagner. Early first-round talent as well. Welcome to the team. 79 with hidden. Okay, we got another hidden development trait player. He's the best player in the entire class. And he's just going to be a backup running back. So now that there's nobody left scouted, because my scout is amazing, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark for some offensive lineman. You can't really base your picks off of combine anymore, it seems like. Because even the guys with good combines have not been that great in this rebuild so far. But I guess I'll go after like the strongest guy. He looks pretty strong. He has a really good combine. I'm just going to take a shot on this guy. What are you about? 73. Okay, that guy's really good. I'll take that for sure. 89 strength, 80 pass block. I don't need another offensive lineman, I don't think. I think that guy can just play center for us. That's perfect. I'm going to go to the end of the draft now. That turned out to be a really solid draft, honestly. That running back's not going to get too much play time, but he is still a really good-looking player, so I'm excited to have him here. A bunch of other guys in the 60s as well. Certainly not bad. So we have the best player in the class. Let's check out who else was in this one, though. 77 overall defensive end and a defensive tackle. 76s, a couple 75s. Okay, pretty normal-looking draft class, it seems. But I definitely think we played it fairly well. Especially since I knew nothing about most of those players. But this is going to be the team. I'm not going to really change all that much. So I'll just, segue straight into this one. The only difference on the offense here really is going to be the center. Reed is a 73, but I think he can play fine. This offense seems really good, so I definitely think that they can put up similar numbers to what they did last year. And then on the defensive side, nothing's really going to change over here as well. We have a lot of young, talented players with some good development traits. I'm excited to see what the record is this season. Okay, so we made the playoffs here once again, going 10-6 at another wildcard game against a divisional rival once again. Okay, well, the Giants went 9-7, Eagles 8-8, Cowboys 7-9. Dwayne Haskins, 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Another really good season for him. Nick Chubb, 6 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Receiving-wise, Dwayne Baskett, 1,280 yards, 9 touchdowns. TJ Hawkinson, 102 catches, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin gets 11 touchdowns. The offensive line was really good here once again. Defensively, 125 tackles for Fred Warner. We have 16 tackles for loss for Chase Young, 9 sacks for him as well, 8.5 for Matthew Ioannidis, 3 picks for Ronald Darby and Kendall Fuller, 2 for Logan Osborne, Sergio Blackstock, and Sean Goodwin, and then 1 from Landon Collins. We have no touchdowns, we have no safeties, and we don't have any blocked kicks. Kind of upsetting. Well, we were 7th on offense this season. Defense seemed top 10 at least. Yeah, we were 6th on defense. Okay. So this team actually developed really well here for us. That's what I like to see. Matthew Stafford's on the Buccaneers. That looks interesting. Okay, well, anybody from our team here on MVP? No, surprisingly, Dwayne Haskins did not make it. But he is at number 4 for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack. Nobody from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Randall Fitzgerald is going to win that one. Joey Wagner, though, at number 3. I think he's our running back. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jamie Magana is going to win that one. But Trayvon McAllister at number 9. Best quarterback is Matthew Stafford, Dwayne Haskins at number 3. Best running back is Saquon, Nick Chubb, though, at number 2. Best wide receiver is Devontae Adams, Dwayne Baskett at number 3. Best offensive lineman, David Bakhtiari, Brandon Sheriff at number 5, Ali Marpet at number 10. Best defensive lineman, Aaron Donald's going to win that one, but Matthew Ioannidis and Chase Young at 4 and number 5. Best linebacker goes to Khalil Mack. Best defensive back is Jeff Okudah. Best kicker, Joey Sly is going to win that one. Nobody from our team. That's okay. But let's go ahead and advance by this week after we spend the experience points and whatnot. Fred Warner is the only one with an experience point, but he's going to go up to like a 98 overall. He is insane. Might as well go ahead and spend the coach experience while I'm at it. His team's a 93 overall. His team is something else. I'll get the running back boost because why not? Even though Nick Chubb's like a 99. That was kind of useless, but I don't really care all that much. Let's see if we can beat my favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're an 85. We are a 93. We can definitely win this game. It looks like we should have this one on paper. Let's go ahead into the divisional round and see if we are in this game. We are, and we have to take on the Chicago Bears, who are 10-6. Let's see what their overall is. They're an 86 overall. We can totally beat them as well. We have a much better team than probably anyone else in this franchise right now. Let's go to the conference championship. Can we please make it into this game? And we can. We have to take on the Buccaneers. They're an 87 overall. Really weird looking team since they have Alvin Kamara, Harrison Smith, and Matthew Stafford here at quarterback, but they do have a really solid roster. Let's advance to the Super Bowl. Can we make the Super Bowl in my first rebuild of the season? We can, and we have to go up against the Bengals. Okay, let me really quickly check out the team, though. Let's see who went up in development trait. Dwayne Haskins maybe is an X factor at this point. He is not. Okay, nobody else here went up in development trait, I don't think, but look at this receiving core. 95, 94, 91. Okay. These guys look insane. The outside linebacker went up to Superstar X Factor. He's up to a 90. Matthew Ioannidis also went up to Superstar. This team is looking so good right now. Okay. Now, I did change the experience sliders. I have them all on like 150. That's what I normally do rebuilds on. But maybe I should tone it down a little bit because experience seems a little bit higher this year than it did in the past Maddens. But when you change the experience sliders, it affects every team. It's not just my team, so it's not like I'm getting a crazy advantage or anything like that. But let's hop into this game. I don't know if I'll actually play any. I might. We'll see how it goes. They're an 86 overall. Come on, we have to be able to beat the Bengals. This is actually my first look at this game right now. Okay, so the intro sequence looks a little bit different. There's Joe Mixon. Our coach is freaking out. Let's go. This is interesting looking for sure. Dwayne Haskins, I can see him. A couple other players on the team. Okay, I like it. I don't mind it. Okay, the game is 14-7 here, right at the end of the first half. Let's see if we can tie this one up, though. Please tie the game up. 14-7 still. It is still going to be 14-7. This game has been really close so far, though. 14-14. Can we win this one? It's actually going to go to overtime. Can we win the game in overtime? No, we cannot. The Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl. I meant to watch the Super Bowl celebration. Did not mean to skip that one, but that was an incredibly close game. I would have loved if we could have won that one, though, but it's okay. Maybe if I hopped in, we could have won. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first rebuild of the season. I definitely think this one was a success. But one final time, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.